The EIDL grant is back in the third stimulus package. It's also back in the second stimulus package. But the great news is that if you apply for the EIDL grant in 2020, you're going to get paid. And if you apply or want to apply in 2021, you're going to get paid as well. Meantime, the EIDL loan remains open, surprisingly, all the way since the start of this pandemic to the end of this pandemic. In this Overnight LA throwback video, I explain the EIDL grant and the EIDL loan. You can go to sba.gov right now to apply for the EIDL loan if you qualify. Enjoy this Overnight LA video explaining how you get EIDL, whether it's grant or loan, because both of them are coming back under the third stimulus package, along with other grants that will require basically the same sort of documentation to get approved. Enjoy this Overnight LA video on EIDL. Are EIDL loans being denied for certain types of businesses, including real estate? This is LA Late. It's a Wednesday update. Hope you are good. It is warm as hell here in Los Angeles today. Thanks for tuning in. As always, like and subscribe to this channel and drop your comments below, and we may feature them in tomorrow's recording. And please hit that bell button on this channel so you get alerts when a new video goes live. And shortly, we will be answering all 50 of your EIDL loan questions from yesterday. And stay tuned as we get to a troubling subject about whether EIDL loans are being categorically denied for certain types of businesses. It's a question you've been asking, and shortly we will be answering it. So let's get to some of your questions right now. Maria Lee, MLB, maybe she's a baseball player. Interesting day. Talked to SBA rep. I received confirmation email today. Opened it. 2 windows appeared. Stay loan declined. Rep confirmed accepted. So confusing. So she went from denied to accepted. Rep confirmed and said I was not the only one with the same issue, was provide a glitch. Thanks to LLA for the 2 weeks window. And then they shared steps. Recommend you call SBA when there's been a 2-month holdup. Wanted to share. A lot of confusion. I'm going to drop a bombshell right in this video, right from the very beginning before we get to the big bombshell. And that is the following. If you get an EIDL loan offer of $1,000, yes, $1,000, call SBA right away. It is a glitch. Viewers of this channel have confirmed that $1,000 loan offers or zero loan offers are actually glitches in the computer systems. They don't intend to give you a $1,000 loan. Yesterday's video was a hit. I'll drop it in the link above. Actually, both of the videos were a hit. I'll drop both of them in the links above. We did one about the EI terms and conditions, what can you use the money for, but we also did a one that was really a bonanza of chatter, and that was EIDL grants and loans, renegotiating the loan up to $250,000. Wouldn't you love to have a $250,000? So please watch that video in the link above once you're done watching this video, and stay to the end of this one because there's some big tidbits coming up. Jay Smith, I really don't think they'll be able to audit all these loans. There's just too many of them. Well, it's not a thing to be to risk. They can audit the loan. Jojo Lee, do you know anyone that got a zero? Oh, here we go. Am I like a mind reader today? Did you know anyone that got a zero on a portal offer? When you sign it, it says zero. What does that mean? Are you seriously? I'm cold read. I did not see that coming. Jojo, it means listen to the last 2 minutes of what I just said in this video. Yeah, it's still happening. Kevin Lee, good news, LA. Finally got word my loan was assigned to a loan officer after 4 weeks. Hopefully I'll get the portal off next week and get approved. Definitely not taking more than $25,000. I'll keep you updated. As we dropped in the video yesterday on EIDL loan, you are not collateralized if you are $25,000 or less. It's at $25,000 and $1 you're collateralized. Watch that video before you sign the contract. Kim Akins. This channel really does the best analysis of all these crazy programs. Share with all your friends. And Kim, and I'm going to spoil it right now, coming up later, we have another new secret SBA loan. Yes, you better watch that video. Cavernous cases. What's the best way to speak to a loan officer directly from SBA? Really good question. I don't know the answer. Hustle your way into a loan officer on the phone. I really don't know how you get them on the phone. Dimitri applied for reconsideration 2 weeks ago. No word yet. Called SBA today. The guy said no time frame. Keep waiting. How long does it take for reconsideration to answer? We get this question very commonly, so I'm going to answer it again. Once you submit for reconsideration, within 24 hours, they should send you an email that says, thank you, we got it. If they don't send you that email, you need to send it again until they say, thank you, we got it. Then within about 24 hours after that, they start to ask for documents. If they don't call SBA, they're pretty fast on asking for documents. Smacky Faves, thank you for sharing this content. Much appreciated. The question is regarding the difference between the advance and the grant. I received a $1,000 advance. I received an email to set up my loan portal. Will be calling today to request a higher loan amount, as I think I've been affected by the glitch. Was only offered, wow, he was only offered $1,000. Everyone, maybe we should leave with this as the title of the video. So, do you mention asking for grant amount will be prior to accepting the loan? Should I ever do this even though I received the $1,000 advance? Easy question, easy answer. No, what you got was the grant. The advance is the grant. Now, the loan offer of $1,000 is a glitch, so call them right away. Ricardo Hall, LLA, great video. Thanks to you for breaking down the terms and conditions of the EIDL. 1 million thumbs up. Well, thank you, Ricardo. I really appreciate it. If you're just watching this video or joining this channel, please share our videos on Facebook. Please watch them to the end. Pull up a cup of coffee or just press play and walk in the other room and walk the dog and come back. It helps the algorithm to play the videos to the end. Political Lil, working capital used to run the business, not expand or growing the business. Pizza God, super helpful given the expenses of the insurance. At least I have more insight what to shoot for. Thank you again for the great videos. Yesterday's was a really great video. The EIDL loan video. It was so comprehensive. It was a screen share. If you don't know what you use EIDL loan money for, please watch that video. I go through the contract with you line by line. I mean, who does that? I mean, I do that for you. Feel the love, feel the love. I mean, Mitch doesn't give you love like this. I do. Lee Anderson, hello. Okay, so I have Lee Anderson. I did read hers before. I bold-faced it because I like this one. Thank you for your information. I watch your videos every night. I'm an independent contractor. I was approved for a $15,000 loan. While waiting on SBA, I borrowed money from my parents in order to keep my business going. Now that I have the SBA loan, can I use the funds to repay my parents? Would that be working capital? Is borrowing money from your parents working capital? Is your mom working capital? No. Although it's sort of disrespectful to call your parents working capital. Hey, mom and dad working capital. No, they are not working capital. So, I mean, you could do what you want and deal with the trouble that will ensue after that, but no. But I will qualify this again. In yesterday's video, which I'll drop in the links above, working capital is not a defined term. I mean, how can they have a contract where they actually don't define the term? But just teaser. I'm just self-promoting all over the place today. If you watch our other video today about this secret SBA loan, it's about working capital also. So if you want to know the whole universe of SBA and working capital terms or what another loan, watch that video as well. Dean Merrill, hey, here's one. I haven't heard of any of this happening to me. I have multiple sources of independent contractor wage income. Finally received a loan offer. It's been communicated to me that I have multiple sources of income. Each must have their own application. Have you ever heard this happening? Can you explain this? 73 credit score. They won't even sign off on a $6,500 loan. Thank you. No. Dean, there's two twists to this. One, when your business applies, I think they may ask, does the business own other businesses or do you own other businesses? So I think they ask that question, or they have the right to ask that question. The other businesses don't apply for loans as well. That's really strange and it's completely inappropriate. I mean, if you have 10 businesses, you're not required to get 10 loans. You're only required to get the loan you need. Absolutely, I would ask for another person to help you. Not another channel, another SBA officer. SCB, I swear to God, if they accept my application, I'll be set for life, even at $25,000. Good credit and a bunch of emails says it's processing. Robert Henson, do not like and share, love and share. Well, thank you, Robert. I appreciate it. Art Goldston. This is a big one. I have read a client's loan document, and one of the reasons for default is owning taxes. This client, due to COVID, will not be able to pay his 2019 taxes. I've advised, therefore, that he should not take the loan and be subject to 1.5 of the loan in default. It is sort of a mixed bag, and now we're passing into tax issues, which I'm really not there for. But I'll say the following: I don't agree, and I'll tell you why. One, you can get an extension for paying your taxes. He or she can file an extension for his taxes. Two, under the Eidl loan, you're not required to pay the principal or interest at any time in the first year. So, why would they be calling the loan in the first year over 2019 taxes? Now, if he's saying he's not going to be able to pay 2019 taxes in 2021 or 2022 or 2023, he shouldn't be taking a loan. I mean, this is a person who can't meet obligations. But if he can pay his taxes later in 2020, I don't see what the problem is. I don't think this is good advice at all. Samantha 109, so generous of a fellow viewer to share their contract. It was, and I said Mr. Wong, and it's wrong. It's Mr. Long, and the contract was long. So promising, 2 lungs and 2 kidneys for collateral. You can keep them right away and not covering mine. Bill Lemon, hey LLate, was this ever timely? I'll be going to get to my loan documents in a few minutes and sign them. One item I hear is that the idea that the loan is interest free for the first 12 months. It is. I don't read that. It says it there. I read that the first 12 months are payment free. Well, that's what payment free is. I mean, a loan with a 3.75 interest, I think it's 3.75 interest, a 30-year loan, that means you pay principal and interest due to normal loan calculations. But when they say there's no payments due the first year, that means there's no payments. So, blah, 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 blah. As for working capital, I will be paying myself, but on a monthly basis, reflective of my average pre-COVID-19, what I believe SBA is trying to head off is when a one-person LLC declares a special dividend to you, the owner, and then declares insolvency, leaving a busted ink printer collateral for the SBA. Okay, so he wants to pay himself salary as his working capital. I think it's scary. I think it's scary, Bill. I know you're a regular commenter of this channel. I love your patronage, but I think it's scary. I would call SBA. I don't think that's working capital, but I really don't know. And I don't want you to just sort of do it and assume you can, or sign a contract assuming you can. David Miles, hello again. I have to sell some equipment to stay afloat. Can I buy back the equipment I had to sell with the EIDL loan? I'm a photographer and I had to sell some cameras and lenses. Oh, that's a really great question. Yes. Working capital, if you had to, the fact that you got rid of them to pay bills is its own beast. But if you don't have the equipment and you need the equipment to stay afloat, then it's working capital. I mean, it's sort of a non-issue why you have to buy it. The fact is you need to buy it to operate your business. It just happens to be that you got rid of it because of bills. So yes, I think that absolutely is working capital. Patty Russell, hey, I've been a subscriber since March. Well, thank you, Patty. You're the only source of accurate information. I have one question that's a bit off topic. My husband received a stimulus check on April 29th for $1,200. I've received nothing. When I try to check the status, it says it can't find any information. I get direct deposit Social Security. Is there anyone to call? Thank you for the great channel. Yeah, I am concerned for you, Patty. So most people who have Social Security, they receive their stimulus checks in late April. So I'm worried that we're in June and you haven't received it. And Social Security checks Social Security recipients are supposed to be paid stimulus checks first. So that's even more troubling. I would call the department. I would call your local Social Security department. I would try to track it online. There was a video we did, but I'll just summarize it for you. You change versions of your street address. So if it's Lane, Lane, try it as LN. Try capitals when you switch it. We also had an LA story about it. Try researching it again. It may be coming by debit card to your address on file. Hopefully the address on file is accurate and still the same. Update me and tell me what happens. Behind the monitor, can you use your own medical premium? Oh, goodness. I don't think so. I mean, this is really where we're going with this. What is working capital? I don't know. I really don't know. I would call SBA on this. Dump Truck Woo, has anyone got a portal and that was denied? Yes. Tons of people. Larry Darebury, can you pay yourself but you can't loan any money? You can pay yourself but you can't loan any money or give it as a gift. I don't think I agree with that, Larry. Helene, want to be friends? Yes. Blay, loved it. Well, thank you. Larry, again, you can use it to buy equipment and tools and pay expenses as fuel and anything that has to do with keeping your business afloat. Independent contractors can pay themselves if they use it. If they use their truck for work, you can make payments and pay insurance because this is your lovely hood. I mean, yeah, the truck is true. The paying insurance is true. But writing yourself a salary check, boy. But no, paying yourself a salary, boy, you're all going in a dangerous universe, and I would call SBA on that. I would not assume that you can pay yourself salaries. Timothy Ray, same contract for less than $25,000. Good. We have been asking our Dale loan story yesterday if there was a different second contract. I said there probably is not. So thank you, Timothy. Kim again. No improvements to businesses, just recovery and maintain. Correct. Political Lil. Finally got my portal invite of April 5th. Was that a vortex? No. April 5th was not a vortex. But no grant. Oh, that's awful political. Waiting for the offer approval. Had the wrong bank accounts. Had to edit the bank account on the portal. I hope my grant hasn't gone elsewhere, and what should I do before signing the papers? I guess you're new to the channel, so thanks for joining us because we've done a lot of videos on that. If you have not received your EIDL grant money, but you have received a loan, you need to do this. Before you sign the loan documents, call SBA. Ask them, 1, where's your grant money? 2, when are you going to get the grant money? 3, how is it going to come? And 4, are all the banking information and all that correct? Don't assume it's coming, and don't assume it's arriving in any fashion that you just don't know. Bill Lemon. Oh, a question for you. If you take $25,000 and give it and get back on your feet, when you pay down the loan principal of $25,000, can you be released of your collateral obligation? I could imagine some viewers that could use more than $25,000 that are torn after 30 years of a collateral tie-up. No. No, Bill. So the collateral kicks in at $25,000 and $1. So if you take a loan of $25,000 and $1 and say, okay, I'm paying down the loan, you're still collateralized. That's how it works. So don't take $25,000 and $1. Take $25,000 or $24,000 so you're not collateralized. Wuhan. Oh God, I'm in love. You did a section on SBA. Thank you. Well, thank you, Wuhan. All right, so let's get to that big spoiler for today that a lot of viewers have been talking about, and it kicked up heat midday when I got an email from a patron of this channel, which I greatly appreciated. She is a real estate broker, and she asked the billion-dollar question. Is SBA targeting and to deny EIDL loans based upon certain types of businesses? This channel has been detailing the following. We have been reporting that there has been a lot of viewers on this channel who are in real estate, whether it's real estate agents, real estate brokers, or real estate managers or property owners, owning strip malls or apartments, who applied for EIDL loans and have been denied. And the denial has said something along the lines of unable to verify economic injury or ineligible business for economic injury. The response has been the same. They have not been denied on bad credit scores. They've not been denied on unable to verify business existence. They have been denied for those grounds. The other types of businesses that we've seen a consistent trend of being denied are artistic businesses. Again, I'm saying artistic, not autistic. Those are painters, sculptors, performing arts, musicians, those types of businesses. Those we have seen as denied. So today I got an email from a viewer who is a real estate broker saying that she called SBA and had seen this channel and had asked, hey, are you inherently denying real estate broker agents? And this is SBA. They're gonna say whatever they want to say. So no, of course not. We're not. Then the viewer of this channel said there's a Facebook group who I hope is hopefully sharing this video right now that apparently is comprised of real estate people, and they have been expressing a consistent trend of denials for EIDL loans for real estate people. She mentioned that to SBA, and the representative says, don't worry. Here is my bombshell for today. Yes, be worried. Doesn't mean you're going to be denied, but yes, be worried. There has been an exceptional trend on this channel of those types of genres of business being denied. And they've been denied for the claim that you are not impacted by COVID-19. I don't know where the contention is coming from, but that is the trend. Now, I will qualify it by saying the following. There has been, I believe, one, or maybe it was two, but I certainly recall one, that was a real estate salesperson who got approved. But the vast majority of the denials, and this was when the denials was first starting to come in. They're not in this last week. They were about 2 weeks ago. They were real estate, artistic, real estate, the arts. That's what was happening. Here is my thoughts for you. I like what she did, the viewer of this channel. She called SBA and said, I'm impacted. Let me plead my story. I think that's a good position. So if you are a viewer who is in the arts or a viewer who is in real estate and your EIDL loan is pending or you haven't heard about it, I would call SBA and say, hey, this is me. Let me introduce myself. I've been impacted. I've heard a lot of situations where people in my industry have been denied loans. Please don't do that to me. This is who I am. And they will hopefully put a note on your file to say, give an extra look to this person. Don't rubber stamp them as a denial just because of the industry that they're in. I think that is the best advice that I can give you for a situation that is not good. That's not to say you're going to get denied. I hope you're approved, but a lot have not gotten that fortunate situation. As I've always said in this channel, I tell the good and the bad. And when it's bad, I'll tell it to you if it's bad. So let's get to Levia. Actually, you can pay yourself if you're paying yourself for services done within the business. Good luck. I mean, I think it's a little scary. Caillou Song. Here's how you should think of the money. If you get $10,000, let's say you have $5,000 in your bank and you made, so total is $15,000. So now if you use $4,000 in working capital, you have $6,000 less. You can use the $10,000 for anything you need, blah, 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 blah. I don't think SBA cares what you're doing with the money. They're only tracking this, blah, blah. You only have that. This is a very long comment that I really don't agree with. I'm not going to categorize it with a bad word, but I don't think you should be playing this game. This person is basically saying if your bank account starts with this amount and it goes down and you use the money for anything you want to use it for, and then the bank account goes back up, then you're fine. That is not a correct path to follow. Now, if you want to follow that path, you can, but you need to understand that at any time they can call the requests for disbursements and receipts. And if you don't have evidence of where this money went and you're using it for, as she says, anything she want to, then you're going to be in big trouble. So if you want to play that game, you can, but I'm saying don't do it. This is a very negative video today. Helene, want to be friends? Yes, after all this sadness, people being cheated because they're people not getting loans because they're real estate people, and so there you go. No plane. no Mitch, but me. And if you have questions to today's EIDL loan, drop them in the comments below. We'll feature them in tomorrow's recording if we get them by 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Like and share this video as always. There will be another video this evening at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the EIDL grant, and it's going to be a great one. Moreover, coming right up after this one is one on another SBA loan, which you should consider. As always, stay in LA for more.